Hey, and welcome back to our channel. I'm Allison, and this is Daryl. And today we are talking about the only place where you can visit 11 different countries in one afternoon. So what place is that?
Epcot.
Our perfect day at Epcot. Woo woo! Day would start.
Mine would be test track.
Mine would be getting an 8 a.m. reservation for Garden Grill on a day that the park doesn't open till 9.
No.
That's a character breakfast. It's not a buffet. I love places that aren't buffet with character breakfasts because you don't have to worry about missing characters coming to you because you're up at the buffet. They bring the food to you. That's cool. Mm-hmm. Breakfast is just eggs. I think they have tater tots. I don't think that's how they refer to them. Mickey waffles, of course. Cinnamon sticky buns they bring out.
They're good.
Yeah. So then, if you got like at 8 a.m., if you were done a little bit before 9, you could go down to Soarin', and be one of the first in line for that. I just thought that would probably be a cool idea.
Good walk on. Yeah.
So I would do that. And knock Soarin' out, and then have a fast pass or test track from like between 10 and 11. Yeah. Or 9:30 and 10:30, because you'd be done with Soarin' and you could just go over to test track.
Yep.
That's what I would do. Maybe I would do like 11 to 12 or 10 to 11 test track, because I would knock out Soarin'. I'd go ahead and knock out Nemo, and I would knock out Figment before 10.
Probably like 3 times with our son.
Oh, we love Figment.
Yeah.
Imagination.
Yes.
Yep. Character spot too. I mean, even if you've already ate at the breakfast, and because that is Chip and Dale, Farmer Mickey, and Pluto, I think. Then you go to the character spot and meet Minnie and Goofy, and then Mickey and Pluto. Again. So, I mean, but if your kids love characters, you can just knock them out. And if you don't want to do the character breakfast or character meals in general, they're pricey. But for us, it's worth it because you knock out usually a lot of wait times in the park. So we wouldn't have to do the character spot if we didn't want to. And we wouldn't do the character spot if the line was longer than like 20 minutes.
And at some point during after test track, I'd have to squeeze a mission space.
Yeah, so after we did Soarin', Figment, and Finding Nemo, Daryl would go ahead and walk over to redeem his fast pass for test track. I would take Connor kind of through the character spot, and while we were doing character spot, he could do test track and mission space, because this girl don't do mission space.
Orange card, not green card. Orange card.
Neither card. I'd rather eat a Mickey ice cream bar waiting on him to get finished. Yeah. So we would knock out the Future World, because the World Showcase usually doesn't open until 11. Anyways. So yeah, we would just knock out the Future World. You kind of have to choose what you want to rope drop. So we would rope drop Soarin', get a fast pass for test track. The only thing that leaves out is Frozen. If you have really huge Frozen fans, which Connor is a huge Frozen fan, but the ride was just so for him. Yeah. But you can get into the World Showcase and ride Frozen before 11. So that's something for you and your family to think about, because I think you only get a fast pass for one of those 3 rides. I think you have to choose between test track. Test track, Frozen, and Soarin'. So yeah, I would rope drop Soarin', fast pass test track, and just get into Frozen at some point if the line was ever whatever.
And at that point would probably be break time.
Yeah, I would start kind of the World Showcase, maybe knock out a couple. And then, I would eat lunch at the World Showcase. There's so many awesome restaurants. And we get a dinner reservation for a different restaurant each time we go. So we're kind of working our way around eating around the world. We've done Canada. We're doing Italy when we go this time. So eventually we'll be able to tell you the ins and outs of the restaurants. It's just going to take a little while.
True.
So yeah, we would knock out Future World in the morning. And probably on the way out, I would have us a fast pass for Spaceship Earth because it's not in the same tier with the other ones. So I would probably get us a fast pass for Spaceship Earth from 12 to 1 and then head on, after we ate lunch, did Spaceship Earth, head on out for a break. Yeah, Epcot to me is just, like when you went, if you did all that in the morning, when you went back that afternoon, you've knocked out the rides. It's just indulging at that point and taking your time and experiencing the different countries.
Because each country is just fantastic. There's nooks and crannies that you can find in each of the countries. It's just great.
And there's different shows in each showcase to watch, so they're pretty cool. There's different snacks to try. So I would head back out after the nap from 1 to 3. I would head back out and try to get to Epcot at 4. Like I said, we're eating around the world each time we go. So, you know, we've done Canada, we've done Le Cellier, we're doing Italy this time. So we have like a dinner reservation at 5. So we'll get back to the park by 4. We'll take like an hour getting back there. We'll eat and then we'll come out and walk around and just really indulge in the different countries. It's just, it's really something you take your time, and they've got different things that like the kids can do, like find different eggs or find, you know, different things. And it really is a cool thing if you take your kids out of school, for them to do and kind of like take back to school being like, I learned on my trip.
Sure.
Yeah. So they have like different things that the kids could do, and they can win prizes after it. So that's something definitely you want to look into at Epcot. Trying to think of must-have snacks. We just always get a different snack each time we go. We aren't drinkers, so we can't really give you advice on like which country you should go to for your drink of choice. But I will tell you, I think each drink is like $8 to $10. So if your goal is to drink around the world, there's 11 countries.
Times that by 8.
Yeah, or 11 or 10. Like I would just,
I
would say you're going to spend at least $110 if your plan is to drink around the world.
Sure.
So, yeah, but just look into what your family. That would be my biggest advice, though, is to kind of map out the top 3 rides, which is going to be Frozen, it's going to be Test Track, and it's going to be Soarin'.
True.
So if you, Test Track and Soarin' are better rides.
And you'll have that coming the year after next, is that right? Guardians of the Galaxy.
You've got 2 rides they're building.
Yeah.
Ratatouille, too.
Oh, the Ratatouille ride, that's true.
Yeah.
Guardians, I think, is going to be real big, and I know the Ratatouille ride is, I think it's supposed to be like
It's in France.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they're building 2 rides right now at Epcot. That'll kind of help with the tiers of the way they divide it up, and hopefully easier to get fast passes for those top 3 rides. Well, I'm sure those will be top rides, but you know, whatever.
Enjoy the showcase. I mean, not many people, they go ride Epcot and then kick off to another park.
It's just not a half day.
That's definitely not a half day. That's definitely a full day. I mean, because there's just so much to do back in this World Showcase.
Yeah, absolutely. And you can take a quick walk over to the boardwalk. If you want to eat dinner there. And
for any fans of Japan, I did not know this. Personally, did not know this. We were watching another YouTuber about the Japan pavilion, and they have a shop where it has, if your kid is into Pokemon, any type of Dragon Ball Z, any type of like stuff like that, they have a shop that's dedicated to that culture, to pop culture back there. I did not know that. Personally, I will be going back there myself because I got some stuff I want myself. But.
I think they also have like a shop that has like swords and stuff.
Yeah. You could buy a sword.
Why wouldn't you buy a sword when you go to Epcot? I mean, it's not like that's going to be hard getting on the plane back home.
I know. Do it if you're driving.
And they're not cheap, like, either.
No, these are actually very good.
I mean, I'm sure they're, like, great quality. And if you need a sword, like, why not get it at Epcot? But I was shocked to see that.
Yeah, it was something that I learned. So it's one of those things that you just got to take your time. And the museums that they have back there are really interesting. I
think, like, when I was growing up, I did not like Epcot because I haven't done many of the movies since we started going as adults. They used to all have these, like, circular theaters where you had to stand, and it was very educational, and as a kid, I didn't like that. But for me, now that I have a child, I feel like Epcot has grown into there's so much for kids to do So to me, it's kind of the happy median park. Like there's so much for adults to do and love and indulge in, but there's also enough for kids to do. And also, like, there's a lot of playgrounds at Epcot, which I know you don't think about, like, spending all that money and going to Disney and not just doing playgrounds, but even spending any time on a playground. But, like, they love it. Like, they love, you know, you kind of go into an area, there'll be a cast member right at the front, and they only let so many people go on there. A lot of people don't do it, but, like...
It was really worth the time, because when he was what, just barely over a year, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, barely over a year, and, like, it was great because it was something for him to play on. Plus, the ground is really, really spongy, so if you got a fear about your kid falling, they can fall, but it'd be very rare.
This is a tip. Here's a tip for you. Mamas, leave the kids on the playgrounds with the dads, and there's one right on the other side of mouse gears. So leave the kid playing on the playground, dad can be sitting there supervising. Go shopping, like get your shopping done. If you're staying in the park, send it back to your room. You can send it back to your hotel and pick it up there the next day for free. That's what seriously, that's what we did the whole time. We sent our stuff back to our hotel and picked it up the next day.
Keeping up with the child and your book bag and the diaper bag, and if with like us with the camera bag, that's not, we don't need to be taking around stuff back. We send it back.
And Epcot's probably where I get the most shopping done, so that's a really big pointer. Yeah. No, Epcot. If you're annual pass holders, Epcot is also where you can pick up your magnets. Whatever magnet they have at the time you go is where you can pick it up.
Don't just stay right there at the front of the pavilion. Go back into the pavilion, because in Canada, I did not realize that there's actually right there down to Lucilier, there's actually a little nook and cranny place where you can take your kid. They have where you can do drawings and stuff like that, and I forget what it's called. There's
also a ride in Mexico that I did not realize until like the past 2 years.
Oh, that's fun.
We went with my sister and brother-in-law, and he discovered the ride. I mean, it's not like I don't even know what it's called. Yeah. Leave a comment with the name of that ride in the Mexico Pavilion. It's the what's it called?
Yeah.
I
can't remember.
It's so silly though. It's so silly, but it's a great ride to get out of the heat. Also, Epcot right now, when we're making this video, which is the last day of March in 2019, Epcot has Illuminations, but they're about to do away with it. I just love it. Like, it just brings everyone together. I'm hoping, like...
Yeah, but in the same aspect, I got a feeling that the new show's going to be...
Let me tell you a little secret about, like, this marriage. Doesn't do well with change, loves change. Doesn't do well with change. Why change a good thing? It's beautiful. It brings everyone together. It unites us as one. Don't change it. Looking forward to the change.
Very much so.
But if you're going before they get rid of it, go see it, because it's been around for a long time. If you haven't seen it, it's something to see. We're doing the dessert package at Epcot this time. That is something we're doing.
True.
So it's easy for us to say, rope drop soaring, get a fast pass for Test Track, because with the dessert party at Epcot, you get to ride Frozen after Illuminations. So, yeah, we don't really have to worry. I mean, Connor might be sleeping, or we might have to leave because he's so crazy. Yeah, and it's desserts. You get special viewing for Illuminations. So we're doing it big. Get it? Fireworks. Boom! Because that'll be our last showing of Illuminations. So our plan is for later this week. I think on Tuesdays we're always going to stick to Disney content. If we have something else to post, something we've done locally or anything like that, we're going to post it on Fridays. So be on the lookout this Friday. We might just have a giveaway video. Our first giveaway video. That's our plan. We got a little tracking notice in the my email. So as long as it's here, we're going to have a giveaway video on Friday. So thanks for watching. If you liked, our video, us talking, make sure you subscribe. Leave a comment with some of your favorite things to do at Epcot. Maybe you have something you've done that we've never done that we should do. Just like...
I'm always up for a good suggestion, I promise you.
And there's tons of stuff that, like, I've gone my entire life, and it's always changing. And there's stuff I just don't know.
True.
And you might not have known to ever look for a playground at Epcot, because why would kids play on a playground at Disney?
True. That's true.
So subscribe to our channel, leave a comment with some of your favorite things to do, and we look forward to seeing you again.
Yep.
Bye.